Purpose of the Keshe Foundation technology development is very simple. We are not to allow our knowledge to be peer-reviewed by a few privileged. We put our knowledge on the internet to be previewed by every man, and every man takes up from it according to his own level of understanding, and no more. And at the same time, there are a lot of people, somebody's taking a picture at the back. Hello, are you taking a video? Ah, it's okay. She's got a laptop facing me. So, what it is, we want to share knowledge in a free way. And the free way is, I give my knowledge to you totally free. And this new knowledge, according to the governments who now I'm negotiating with, is so radical that they want to see the change through. We are not here to take bribe, and we are not here to do backhanders. Keshe Foundation is financially independent, so nobody can dictate to us. And secondly, Keshe Foundation is there to make sure the next generation does not get to the same dilemma as today as we are. You will understand, for the first time we show in the video coming up, literally what was Tesla's dream, but is a reality to us. And once we conclude our position with the governments, this is in the hand of every one of you. Look at the introduction video, which is already on the net for nearly 2 weeks, and it's past 300,000 or so, I've been told, viewing. And in China has passed a couple of millions. This video tells you exactly who we are, what we do, and then I'll try to explain to you the first part of the teaching. You lot want the generator tomorrow, but none of you knows what's the knowledge behind it. So we start teaching you the knowledge, and if you missed it this morning, the one who haven't been here, we hand over the space and energy technology to public on 14th of December in Belgium. The arrangement has kicked into process this morning, and our guest is the 6th man who was landed on the moon as an astronaut. So he has accepted our offer, and this morning we received the confirmation. Now we can announce it because they knew we wanted to announce it today, so they made their best job to do it. So what is again, that part on the 14th is the same as today. We hand over the old technology, we listen to the man who's been on the moon, it's a dream of all of us, and we show how all of us can do it in a much shorter time with the new technology. The 7th of November presentation will be on the medical side. So we go the same way. As an article said somewhere on the internet in America, by refusal of President Obama of the Keshe technology, America soon will be a third world nation compared to Africa. The African nations, ambassadors who were here the last meeting, they already have started a battle who's going to be the center for Keshe Foundation. So much so that on the day and the day after of the 6th of September, the Sudan president with their ambassador and their expert here in the room announced for the first African space agency, because that's what we asked for it. And within short time, already been announced in Guardian newspaper, in the African government meeting, the motion has already been put into act. And we are getting approached by different African nations and South American nations for them to be the center for the space technology. So on the 12th of October, I fly to Sierra Leone and I give lectures and direct teaching to the scientists in Africa, and there are different scientists flying all over from Africa to learn, and they will be taught. The transfer of technology and knowledge is absolutely free, so the governments get the whole lot in one go. So what does this mean? This means my knowledge is yours, Keshe Foundation belongs to you. A lot of you come from all over the world to be here today, to go to Keshe Foundation. But in fact, you should have said, I'm going home. This is your home, but this is a home of knowledge, not the home to sleep in. In reality, we give you the knowledge, it's yours to take it back. And so many of you ask me, can you come to my country? Your country is my country. So you organize it, I come and teach you what I did with Iran. I spent 4.5 months in Tehran. I transferred full knowledge on the space technology, and we all know what happened last December. Technology is complete, and soon, the problem with me is every time I say soon, the Iranians do faster things than I say. But soon, the space technology landing outside the space of Earth will be shown in full operation. Last time we showed the reactor on the 3rd. Within a couple of days, the American plane was captured and said they're going to show the power of the technology. We showed the capturing method on a video 2009 to Boeing and American government. This is what's going to happen. The video is a live video, and it shows I'm much younger. It's not a fresh one. We explain how the technology is and what the jamming system is, and now it's being used. So if people ask us, can you give us a proof, go and speak to the Iranian government. On the other hand, go and ask the people who've been helped by the medical side. Go and ask, we have got somebody here, I don't see him. Oh, he's there in the back. We are running trials on the seeds. And Mr. Guy is handling it independently in conjunction with scientists here. We see the change. He was just showing me a picture of one seed usually gives one stem. But now one seed gives what? 6, 7 stems. So it means the foliage, the food for animals in Africa, can be sorted in a very easy way. You have 7, 10 times more harvest. So it's not that we don't give you your energy and all of you are here for energy. Energy to us is absolutely, totally irrelevant. It's a byproduct. It's a fallout from the technology transfer. My objection or my target is to take man into space the correct way, the safe way, and for everybody. At the moment, space is for all of us. As long as we have 20 million, we can pay to the Russians. Half the profit goes to the Americans. We're going to get trained for several years, at least 6 months to 12 months, to be in space for a few seconds or a couple of days. Space technology in the hand of Iranian government is open to you. You can go to space tomorrow morning, exactly the way you get on the jet plane and you came here. You can get the same trip back. The reason is very simple. I always hide things. It's the easiest way. I decided to give this to you. Unless you hold it, you don't know what it is. One for you, you're a professor. You can explain to us. One is a small one as well. Share it among yourself. That's how the knowledge is going to be shared. Take 4 and give back 1 or more. That's all. Or take 2, give back to the back, and do the same. We share. Give me 4. I need 4. The rest is yours. This is the simplicity of knowledge to share. I'm going to push this out of the way. All you need to do, take 4 and pass it. Keep 4 big one or 2 big one and 1 small one, and let the other people at the back see. This is how we share knowledge from now on. I know, you know. This is how we do on our internet. Just take your rings and open them. And if you can open them, try to place them in the ring. You have to twist it. If you get this effect, you're in the right direction. This is the new space technology which all of you holding in your hand. Till you don't hold it in your hand, you don't know what knowledge you carry. And when you hold it in your hand, you know that we know this knowledge from time of our birth. But through commercial pressure and our ancestors' development in over a short time, we never looked at it. We never bothered to understand it. So what I want you to do, the easy way is, if you look, if you understand this structure, you understand everything we do in Keshe Foundation. It can be stopped now. Whoever has it, whoever not, we got to stop, because otherwise it's going to be a whole day. If you make a ring, this is how you are going to travel into space. At the moment, we load up tons of fuel. Can we stop, please, Caroline? Hello? My wife is usually the worst one. Sit down. There. Because she tries to make sure everybody understands. This is very simple. If you take one of the big one and one small one, and you look, all you have to do is very simple. You use no fuel. You cover the huge gap. Time of burning fuel is finished. That's the simplicity of it. In the universe, we never see long objects. We always see spherical objects because of the motion and central gravity within the structure. As I always say, is quantity in the entity. If you put more of it, you have a bigger ring. If you put less of the same thing, you have a smaller ring. Call this electron, call this proton, call this the sun, call this the earth. Make it larger. Go to a galaxy.
The electron is 10,000 times bigger than the proton.
Yes. No, we don't. Congratulations. It's not so small, but it's the same thing in it.
10,000
Sounds bigger. No, but we're talking about proportion. No problem. So what happens is very simple. If you can create gravitational magnetic field of your destination, travel is nothing. There is no fuel burned. But it's learning the process of opening the plasma to use its magnetic field. So if you put your three systems together, very simply, they tell me I'm crazy because it dangers a lot of PhDs. Believe you me, I know. So if you take your small magnet and just bring it to the other two, you see it moves. You don't need to create motion. You just need to create a right magnetic gravitational field strength. You want to go to the moon, you create gravitational magnetic field of the moon, because moon does not have a gravity alone. It has a gravity and magnetic field. Earth has gravity and magnetic field. The two together dictate the position of one in respect to the other one. Exactly what it is. The gravity, we call it attraction. This is gravity, when the two attract. This is repulsion. You try to get this to the other one, it doesn't allow. When the gravitational magnetic field of this, which is entry and exit flow of the magnetic field, are in balance with that and that, then it dictates its position. Now, this could be the Earth, this could be the Sun, this could be electron, it could be a proton. So now we have developed a technology, what we call a plasma technology. We can open the plasma, and by doing so, we find we do not need to burn any fuel to find position. The positioning comes by itself. That's how our cells, our atoms of our body, molecules of our body, the sun, the earth, galaxies find a position. There is no driver and there is no wings and no planet. And there is no jet engines on any of them. But they find their position. So this is where the change comes. And the reality comes when I sit and listen to a lot of scientists talking about scalar waves, transfer magnetic field, is because they got used to looking at one thing. You have to look at two. This object will not hold its position if the entry and the exit of the other one's magnetic flow could not be in balance. if you bring them together, if you put two entries, it's like very much like a traffic jam. They can't get in. They push each other's separation. If you bring enough cars that flow fluently through a tunnel, is attraction, gravity. You put the two together, you always have a dynamic plasma.